は It's the Miami Marlins taking on the San Francisco Giants. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. So the San Francisco Giants among the league's favorites after they lost in the World Series last year. And singing, I gotta think it's somewhat deflating when you get that close to the ultimate prize only to come up short.
Yeah, I'd say deflating, demoralizing, agonizing. You can go on. And it's just tough, Boog, because just to get to the World Series is a huge accomplishment. So, getting those last 4 wins, though, that's what makes legends.
And with opening day, here's a chance to get your season going in the right direction and take that final step this year. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Just about to get started, and on the hill in this one, Ashley Rock. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
The first batter of the game leaves the yard. His first homer of the year, it's 1-0. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Half up to hit. Former first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati. Grew up in Pittsburgh. In the air to left center. Ramos under it. Puts it away for the out. This is Willy Castro.
Heart of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Ra, 25 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That's in there. 0-1. Ra. Certainly one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and double-digit strikeouts are not out of the norm in his starts. Next pitch is downstairs.
He wants to give the bullpen the day off and the defense behind them because he knows he can strike anybody out. And the way that hitters are swinging, they're trying to lift, trying to get the ball in the air, he's going to take advantage of that.
1 out, bases empty, going to run in here on opening day. Down on strikes. And there's 2 down.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance of doing damage.
Agustin Ramirez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. There's a process, too, right? The way he goes about setting up hitters.
Yeah, and he's coming right at you. He's going to get ahead in the count. And you're a hitter, and you find yourself 0-2, 1-2 with a guy who has 3 to 4 pitches that are nasty. You are very defensive, and he plays upon that, and many times he comes out on top.
Up the middle, Albies on the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. So only one hit in the inning to solo homer, and it puts them ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Marlins 1 and the Giants nothing. And now the DH, Ashley Rock. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off him. Up and in, and that's ball one.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Castro sends it to first. Got the out. And we're back. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Arjun Nimala. Rock back to work. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Swing and a miss, and he was cool.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Just off the outside edge. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Slice to right, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he starts off the second with a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. Out towards right center field. Tucker sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Here's the second baseman, Thomas Sajazi.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
One of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Rutschman on to first. Out on the drop third, strike 2 gone. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And now Jacob Berry. That one in triple digits.
It's 0-1.
Two outs.
That's down. That's a ball.
Fought off foul. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. One hit, one left. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Marlins 1 and the Giants nothing. Back here in San Francisco, here's the third baseman, Curtis Mead. That cooks the zone, and it's 0-1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there. While they're hot.
Outside low, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
1-1-1. Chopper right side, and foul ball. Got him swinging. He's got 4 strikeouts now.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's the center fielder, Herb Riddick. He's already homered here in this one. There's the strike up high. It's 0-1. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. 1 out, base is empty. That's the third. Chapman over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Ian Happ will hit next. Fly to left his first time. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. And that one fouled off.
Ball.
Two out, space is empty. Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2. And the righty deals. And a swing and a miss. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Giants 2 and the Marlins 1. The designated hitter, Ashley. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Definitely did get all of that one, but man, the wind almost pushed it over the fence and left.
And at the plate for Miami, Willy Castro. Castro goes 6'1", 31 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
No ball.
You know, these
One strike.
Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive, trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. That's a strike.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
There's the strike.
0-2. One ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Fish down by a run here on opening day. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Nimala batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swings through it for the K. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Giants 2 and the Marlins 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Rock back to work. There's a strike.
You know, these Marlins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets to it on the first. Throws sails on him, and it takes off down the line.
No, he's safe.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got somebody on base, so we'll see if they can make something of it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now for the Marlins, Thomas Sajazi. 0 for 1 so far.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten on the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
0-1. One.
In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Two. 1-2.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Jacob Berry, the next up for the Marlins. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Ball, that's up.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And fouled off. Sachazy aboard here at first with nobody out.
2-1.
In the dirt, blocked. He's in there. Sachazy into scored position on the wild pitch. And there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
And it's second. Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2.
Hard hit left side. Henderson over to first in time. One away here in the 5th. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up next for Miami, Curtis Mead. In the first pitch, misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Fastball for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
Well,
he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Around third. Now a long throw home. It's offline, and he scores.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
And now the center fielder, Herb Riddick. That one in triple digits. The 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Connect on the third ball, struck him out.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Ian Happ digs in now. Both 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. That's a little bit low.
Ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2 runs across in the inning. We're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1-2. The count.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 2. Cuts and misses, gets a strikeout. The 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 3 and the Giants 2. Well, 1-run game, and at the plate for Miami, Willy Castro. In the air, left field, down the line, into the dive, and it's out.
Really nice job of tracking that one down. I noticed some initial hesitation, ball off the bat. Didn't look like he got a great read, but he made up for it by closing on it quickly, laid out, and hauled it in.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Agustin Ramirez. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
And he couldn't hold back. Teams run up on strikes.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Caught it, looking for the K. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2, 3, 4, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Marlins 3 and the Giants 2. The Giants trailing by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-2 to count. Now 1 miss.
2-2.
Pitch misses, and the count's full. Smoked on the ground a second. Slings the first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So digging in, Davison de los Santos. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. On a line, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Ashley Rock, done for the day, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Randy Rodriguez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the DH, Ashley Rock. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strikes.
And another
Outside.
ball.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. 2-1 now.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
That one lifted to left. Balls it in for the out. 1 down.
Number 31.
So runner at second, 2 down. Bryce Eldridge, the next Giant to hit. With the tying run at the plate, the home team trying to pull it out. Got it! And that's the ball game. Rock with some struggles at the plate in this game, but a respectable performance on the hill.
Not a great hitting effort, Boog, but he pitched well enough, and that's always valuable.
One down. Ashley Rock, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership. That he shows on and off the field.
Rock goes outside. 5 feet 11 inches, hitting third in the lineup, and he's a former National League MVP. The wind of the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Kyle.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Designated hitter, Ashley Rock.
Meyer back to work. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Merrill under it. And makes the grab. And there's one away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Well, we go bottom 6. Stepping in the long ball threat, Ashley Rock. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. And that is out of play. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Riddick on the move. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Reaches for it, but it's foul. One down, base is empty. That one ripped. And this one looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a two-bagger.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One out, runner at second. So here's Kyle Tucker now, 1 for 3. That's in for a strike. One out, and a runner at second. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Miami's bullpen with some action. Dylan Coleman up and throwing. Boils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that's downstairs. Ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here is Ozzie Albies up to him. The switch hitter batting right. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. Bryce Eldridge, the next Giant to hit. 3 for 3s, doubled twice, and singled. In there for strike 1.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
One ball.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
And now it's 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Giants 4 and the Marlins 2. Back to the top of the order. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Rock played okay, but not well enough to boost them to a win.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
In half up to hit.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
One out, bases empty. Base hit.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And up next for San Francisco, Ashley Rock. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Hit on the ground to short. Castro throws to first in time.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And now it's going to be Curtis Mead.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
Right side. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's out.
Got it. On the
Touchdown, and that ends the inning.
Base runner decided to test him, and it was a bad decision. Outstanding throw on a frozen rope. Get home. That'll end the inning with a bang.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth. Here's some real power at the plate. Absolute drop. Garrett back to work. Rob. Multi-time All-Star. 25 years old. And he was born in Japan. Pitch misses inside. And that is ball one. And strike two.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with, but they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there, and really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Now batting, the right fielder, Ashley.
That's in there, and that is strike one. And that's down and away.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
2 outs.
That's ball 2. 2-1.
Just missed. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. And that is that. 1 left for San Francisco, but they hold a 1-0 lead. One down, and now Davison de los Santos. Lifted in the air, right field. Rock. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down. And next is the designated hitter, Arjun Nimala. The tying run at the plate. And a base hit. Runner around third. Now a long throw home. safe. 5-3 now.
Just a huge at bat right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you get at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Back here in San Francisco, and now the right fielder, Ashley Rock. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card to see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And he takes it himself for the out.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
So 2 down, Adley Rutschman, the next to hit.
You don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against it.
On the ground, right side. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins take the first 3 games of this 4-game set. Rock had a rough go of it in the loss.
Well, Boog, this is a game he'd rather forget. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better next time out.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the San Francisco Giants. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, one of the stories in this one is a highly anticipated Major League debut, and all eyes will be on him as he gets the start on the mound.
I love watching pitching debuts at this level because there's no waiting around to see the rookie in action. You get thrown right into the deep end of the Major League pool. He's center stage from the first inning on. So, like you said, Boog, there's no hiding at all. There's a ton of excitement about this kid's future, and he's about to face the best lineup of his life. So I'm excited to see how he attacks it.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Ready to go? Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Dylan Head. There's a hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and flipped into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Ashley Rock The next to hit takes ball one. Making his debut here in April. Chris, I think we have to assume that means they see him as an important piece for their pitching staff this year.
I think so. I mean, they wouldn't have him here if they didn't feel he...
Comebacker to the mound. Giants are down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0. Arjun Nimala, the next up for the Marlins. That one ripped. Stretches out and holds it in. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Marlins 3 and the Giants nothing. Runner at second, 2 down. Left field, that's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 3-2.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Swing and a ground ball, and it's just foul. That was close. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
The shortstop takes the ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That one is absolutely belted. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around from second to tying run.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of getting it away.
Space is empty.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And first offering is fouled off.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Long drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Gunnar Henderson.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run. And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4-hole hitter up.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Got it. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. One left for San Francisco, and can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. This is Willie Castro.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Ashley Rock. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
1-0.
First offering misses badly for ball one.
Well, these Giants, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Pat brings it in, and there's one away.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Next is the designated hitter, Arjun Nimala. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out. Lerma with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the San Francisco Giants. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. And we've got a major league debut on the mound in this one, Chris. And always interesting to see how that goes. But I'm sure there's a mix of excitement and nerves running through him right now.
Absolutely. Playing your first game in the show, it's just a little different for everyone, but no one walks in unfazed by the moment. I don't care what they say to anybody, and that's especially true as a starting pitcher that's expected to go out there and give your team a quality outing. All eyes will be on him out there on the ball. Should be fun to watch and see how it plays out.
So 2 down. Now it's going to be Ashley Rock. Chris, he's a former Hank Aaron Award winner, which means he was named the best overall offensive performer in his league. Inside, just missed. Rod goes 5 feet 11 inches, 25 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. 2 outs. And another ball. Hard hit right side. In plenty of time to first, and that's the 3rd out. Giants are down 1-2-3. We played an inning, no score. Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Sliced hard but foul. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And the next pitch is way outside. And that one fouled off. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Into the corner, but foul. 2 on, 1 out. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate and he's using the whole field. He's out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Runner at first with no outs here.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Ripped to the right center, and now maybe extra bases. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And there's Kyle Tucker now, 0-2 in this one. Fastball is outside. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through the sweeper.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2
and the
strikes.
count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And there's
2
the ball.
balls, 2 strikes.
And now it's filled up. Cody Mayo on deck for San Francisco. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his glove.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. One run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they trail by 1. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
So 1 out, nobody on. Ashley Rock, the next Giant to hit. 1 for 3. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
That's
Ball.
inside.
That's inside.
And the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Cut out and miss, struck him out, and now 2 gone.
Now batter.
Ashley Rock, a rising star, continues his professional journey again today. This crowd is eager to see what he can do. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the San Francisco Giants. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And pitching in this game, Ashley Rock. What do you look for here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the center fielder, Wenzel Perez. That clips the zone, and we're underway. Here comes the 0-1. And a bunt towards third. Bare hands it. Tough play. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Man, who doesn't love a sweet bare hand play like that? That was amazing.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Rock 25 years old, and he's a former National League MVP. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. The relay throw. He's in there.
All over that one right there. Absolutely smoked the baseball. It just jumped off the lumber, and when you're able to find a gap like that, Boog, you're even looking for a triple.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Bichette up to the dish.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it.
In there, and it's 0-1. Bichette with a homer in his last game. No score here, but a runner at third with 1 down. Swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Alec Burleson in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the second game of the series. Hard hit down the line and left. And foul ball. Two outs. The changeup missing. Now 1-2. And there's the ball.
2-2.
Hit in the air, center field. Merrill sizes this one up, squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. So 1 hit is all they get, and now we'll see what the Giants can do. No score. So 2 away with nobody on. And now Ashley Rock. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything
tosses the first. An acrobatic play to end the inning. Giants down in order, scoreless after 1. Top of the second, digging in, William Contreras.
Well, I got a chance to meet William during spring training as he was coming up trying to get to the big leagues, and this kid's got some ridiculous pop. Watched him on the backfields taking batting practice. All of his coaches would just kind of roll their eyes and say, this kid's going to be great, without actually saying the words. Then later that season, I got a chance to chat with Wilson, big brother, and ask him about little brother, and he smiled as well. Said, yeah, he's good, and gave me that look that I think he might be better than me eventually. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Out looking.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Junior Caminero stands in now and watches strike one. One out, base is empty. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
That's a ball.
And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Albies. Jump throw across his body. And they get the out. Two down, base is empty. Now it's going to be Spencer Torkelson. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper.
0-2.
Right-hander kick steals.
Ball.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And that one misses up and in. 2-2. And that's down and away.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Breaking ball. Looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Nothing doing here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. New inning getting started. And now the DH, Parker Meadows. Rock back to work.
That's
right through there for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Tyro Estrada to the plate. Looking to rebound today. He was 0 for 4 last night. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Next offering is in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it was. If he is swinging, but
1 ball,
back,
2 strikes.
he's yelled back to the dugout.
Curve in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher. But if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Three-two. On the ground, right side. 4, 6.
He's out.
3. And they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So the batting order turns over. Wenzel Perez digs in now. That's towards center. Merrill under it. Makes the catch, inning over. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Two on, 2 outs.
The designated hitter has Halfway. Drop.
Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. He's under it. And that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. Still no score. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the fourth. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Popped in the air, left field. Ramos balls it in, and there's one away. Bo Bichette up now for the Tigers. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That misses.
That's the ball.
And that's ball one. Bichette, 31 years old, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. His second homer of this series. It's 1-0. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Alec Burleson. Inside.
Ball.
And that's ball one. One out, base is empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. That one ripped. That's back there. And forget it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His first homer of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Contreras, batting with one down, takes a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. And that skips in the dirt. Outside low, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to the left, Henderson slings to first. Out. In time.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And now here is Junior Caminero. Grounded out his first time up. Fastball for a strike.
So impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
0-1.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-1. Off the plate.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap, will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Torkelson in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Oh, right to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position.
Heads up base running right there. Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Outside. And the count 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And a 1-2. Smoked on the ground to second. Albies over to first in time. And they get Torkelson for the out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Tigers 2 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. Stepping in, Parker Meadows. Ball well struck back there, and look out below. That one splashes down in McCovey Cove. Home run. He nails one out to right. It's 3-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Tyro Estrada up now for the Tigers. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And that one off the outside edge.
1-1.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. And we're at the top of the 5th. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1-2.
That misses. Now 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Perez in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one the other way. Henderson over to first in time. And 2 away now. Two outs, base is empty. Brandon Nimmo getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Going on. And there's a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Tigers 3 and the Giants nothing.
Now batting The designated hitter, Ashley.
Here goes the runner. Foul ball there. And that one hit to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. One left for San Francisco. They trail it here 3-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Tristan Beck.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
First and second, 2 outs. Rock will hit next. You got to feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is going to turn on one swing. Fought off foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is that. Giants leave a couple. Still down 3-0. So, runner at second, 2 down. Jackson Merrill, the next Giant to hit. The Giants down to their final strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that'll do it. The Tigers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. Rock with a subpar two-way performance. Not much success pitching or hitting in this one.
Not a game he'll look back on fondly, Boog. Sometimes you have to just burn the tape and move on. Nothing much to be learned from a day like this.
One down. Ashley Rock, the next Giant to hit. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Rock throws right, bats left. hitting third in the lineup, and he's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Front 2.
In the dirt.
1 and 2's the count.
And the pitch. Got him swinging.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Breaking ball misses
no
down
strikes.
and away. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Swings through that one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
One down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the last half of the third. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Kyle Tucker. He's already homered in this game. Joe with a move to first. And he's back safely. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a gold glover. Another throw over. And he's back in that time as well. And that's disengagement number 2. Runner on the go. There's the ball. Throw to second, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
One out, base is empty. And first offering is fouled off.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And a foul ball. Ground ball, left side, and foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Oh, he hit him.
That got him.
And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So a man at first. So here's Kyle Tucker now. He's already homered here in this one. Matt throws to first.
He's in there.
Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a back over to first, and they're keeping him close. Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Up and in, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
And it's second. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So up next, Patrick Bailey. Both 2 in this one. Just missed.
Ball. 1-0.
The next offering misses. And the count now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job at this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2-2.
And he chases that one. And that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. 5 innings complete. It's the Giants 4 and the Tigers nothing. And in scoring position with 2 away. Ashley Rock, the next Giant to hit. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And on second, 2 down. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fights it off, we'll see another. That one ripped right center field, and it's into the gap. Runner from second scores as they add on. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay in there safely.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
And here is Kyle Tucker. Way high.
That's the ball. 1-0.
The 1-0. Strike 1. Next offering is downstairs. 4 runs already in the frame here in the bottom of the 6th.
Hit
Big swing and a miss.
2-2's the count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 4 runs in the inning, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're through 6 full. It's the Giants 8 and the Tigers nothing. Two down, base is empty. Junior Caminero up now for the Tigers. 1 strike away. Got it! And that's the ball game. Rock with a good game to help lift them to the win.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
Ashley Rock is getting ready. He not only brings immense talent, but also a contagious enthusiasm for the game. He'll look to put those skills on display today. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch coming your way next. One down. And up next for San Francisco, Ashley Rock. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my... bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Ra, a career batting average over .325. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And a pitch. That missed by a lot. Ball one. Popped up. McMahon. That's out number 2. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a gold glove, if not a platinum glove.
Throw into third. The tag out.
Well, it's always a risk when you're pushing for third like that. A bang-bang play. Had a chance to make it. Maybe a little better slide around the tag, but a nice job by the defense to cut off that runner.
Man at first, one away. And now the 0-1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. We'll have to regroup here.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Tying run is at first. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Nope, outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And now the count is even.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. That's outside. Ball 3. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Now a screamer into the outfield. Pushes it away for the out.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
Base hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
Leading off with the ground, the right fielder, Ashley.
And a foul ball. The changeup missing.
2 strikes.
And it's 1-2. Cuts out and misses. That's the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Base is empty with 2 away. Ashley Rock, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Foul ball there.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Next offering is fouled back. Not
One ball,
close with that
2
one.
strikes.
And that is ball 1. And they'll do it again. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Two down, nobody on. Struck him out looking. Giants go down quietly, and it remains 5-3. Base is empty, one away. Here's the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. One out, base is empty. That's ripped to right, down the line. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. Out number 2.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Rock with a less than great game in this one.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable of more. They got the W, but he wasn't the reason why.
So 2 down, Ashley Rock, the next to hit. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And first offering is fouled off. There's a swing and a miss.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Got it, swinging. Giants are down 1-2-3. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Line drive. That's a base hit. throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
And first offering is fouled off. And he chases that one below the zone.
No ball.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
1 at second.
He's
Over
out.
to first, but he beats it.
He's safe.
Now the Giants 4-hitter, Gunnar Henderson. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. Now moves to first. Rock back on a dive. Henderson goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and he's another throw over.
No, he's
and
in
he's
there.
back again. And that's disengagement number 2. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
At the belt and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Mayo stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
And there's the strike. That's down and in. A slider missed. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So the Giants leave 1. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Green back to work. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Gunnar Henderson, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Moved first. Rock back in on a dive.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Ow!
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. And a quick tag before he reaches the base.
Runner at first with 2 away. Digging in, Ashley Rock. 1 for 3. Hot shot to third. And that'll do it. Rock had a rough go of it in the loss.
Well, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Bruce. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
One down. And up next for San Francisco, Ashley Rock. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares. And gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Banked it on the run. And there's 2 out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
No outs. Runner on second. Late on that fastball.
Well, these Giants did a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Merrill stands at second with no outs. Gonna count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Line drive, come on. Throw not in time at second to double him off. Great hustle to get back.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Williamson back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
They really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And he grounds 1 to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
The right field, number 31, Kyle.
Base is empty, 1 away. And next is the designated hitter, Ashley Rock.
0 for 3 in this one.
In the air, left field, down the line.
Benson
Towards the line. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. 1 out, bases empty. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Buxton moves under it. Makes the grab. 2 down. Lima with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.